As Americans, we should always be asking ourselves, what else can we do to support our veterans? We know that the transition back to civilian life can be very difficult for some, and that's why our heroes are getting a little boost from man's best friend. Jamie Soretta shows us how.
It's just incredible. Not only is it helping our veterans who may be suffering from PTSD, but also giving our homeless dogs a wonderful home. But first, they are trained, my friends. So it's called Soldier's Best Friend. I want to introduce you to one of our veterans here. Dave Campbell served in the Army. Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am.
During the Iraq War, and when you came back, you really had a tough time adjusting.
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. A lot of trust issues, things like that. I didn't like leaving the house, being out in public, being in crowds.
How did you learn that something like this was available to you?
I was fortunate enough to go to a retreat in Scottsdale for veterans called Healing of Memories, and I saw another veteran there with a poodle service dog, and it touched my heart. And I thought, well, if I had a battle buddy with me, how much easier this process would be.
And Caleb, you say, has really become a life changer for you.
Yes,
How so?
Absolutely. He has helped me. I do a lot of public speaking with law enforcement, schools, churches, and he goes in and calms the room down. We also do suicidal work with veterans, and he does most of the work. I just drive.
Well, we have to mention that you say you do a lot of public speaking, but there was a time where you weren't speaking to anyone.
Not at all. I wouldn't leave my house. I wouldn't talk to anybody.
But that dog was such an attraction that people had. They were forcing you to talk to them because they wanted to know more information about the dog.
Right, and it opened me up and got me talking, and the rest is history.
Yeah. And you guys actually had to train for a while, though, because you have a prosthetic leg.
Yes, ma'am.
And you were first training the dog with a wheelchair, and then with the prosthetic. What kind of training did you go through?
To be able to walk side by side in a wheelchair, I have a motorized scooter, and to not run over his feet and things like that. So he learns to keep the correct distance from me in the wheelchair. Also, he trained for me to walk and have him side by side to either watch my rear, watch my front, support me when I need to get up. If we're both on the ground, he can hold my weight temporarily, enough for me to get up. So he calms me down when I'm driving, and he trained himself to do that. It was amazing, yes. So he is super intelligent, sometimes too intelligent, huh, Caleb? You're a good boy, huh?
Well, you can tell the joy you two bring each other.
Yes.
And what would you want other veterans who are suffering to know?
You must get a service dog. If you want to change your life for the better in the most simplest way, this is the very best beginning right here. After you get a service dog, there's nothing that you can't do. It's a beautiful thing, and I thank God, I thank the organization, I thank the country for allowing us to have this.
We thank you for serving our country, and Caleb for bringing so much joy to Dave's life. And again, it's called soldiersbestfriend.org if you want to make a donation, because these service dogs come to our veterans free of charge. And once again, it's also giving these homeless Arizona dogs a beautiful home and a much needed home right here in Arizona. Back to you.
What a beautiful story, Jamie. Thank you so much. And as we transition to Gina watching traffic.